Welcome to Adalis Backyard Garden. This video is about transplanting the tomato saplings that we started indoors, and we will share some tips and tricks of what we do to get a good yield. The first step is to prep the garden beds, and for this I take some fertilizer that I have handy with me and I will be adding on to the garden beds. After the fertilizer, I add a generous amount of compost on top of the garden beds. If you have the patience to mix it in, you can do that, but I just layer it on, and that helps to replenish a lot of the nutrients that were taken by last year's crops. You can also sprinkle eggshell powder. Make sure you always wear a mask while doing this. Next step is to add compost to all the beds. I always buy the garden supplies and the fertilizers towards the end of the season when it is at a very good discounted price. You can directly add the compost to your beds without any fertilizer, and that will be fine too. After prepping the beds, we are getting ready to plant our tomato saplings. For this, I take some home harvested earthworm castings and some store-bought ones because the home harvested ones are just not enough. And I'm going to take some bone meal and some tomato fertilizer. You could use all-purpose fertilizer at this stage, but this is what I have, so that's what I'm going to use. It is going to take some time for the tomato fertilizer to be plant available, so we are just going to add it at this stage. Now this mixture is for about 14 plants that I'm going to plant. A good source of calcium is essential for the tomato plants because that will prevent blossom and rot. Give this mixture a thorough mix and then we will be ready to plant. In the middle of the growing season, I usually give my tomato plants liquid fertilizer so that it can keep producing the tomatoes. This season, I am planting about 6 different types of tomatoes and we will see how it grows. This is the first set of plants that we have grown indoors from seed. This is the Porto tomato and this grows really well in the summer heat of Texas. Our raised beds are ready for the planting and we have dug a pretty deep hole where we're going to plant our tomato. We're going to add some fertilizer first and then mix it in. This is the mixture that we had made. And then we are going to wiggle out the plant from the pot very carefully. Make sure you press the bottom of the pot and then remove the roots without disturbing it as much as possible. If you happen to break the stem, do not get worried. Just plant the stem the way it is and water it thoroughly. Also, put a shade cloth on it for a couple of days. It will turn out to be a perfectly fine plant. Make sure you plant your tomatoes at least 1.5 to 2 feet apart. As a new gardener, I used to jam pack my tomatoes and I realized that it doesn't give a good yield at all. It's very tempting to plant the plants close to each other because they're so small, but then we don't realize that in a couple of months they are huge plants. So here I am pruning these bottom leaves completely so that you have more roots developing through all of this stem. So I'm going to plant the plant as deep as possible and then you're going to just shove in the soil around it. At this point, I also add some more fertilizer. Tomato leaves are very prone to diseases, and when we water the plants, the water that splashes back to the leaves causes a lot of diseases. So I always remove the bottom 1 feet of the leaves from the plant so that it remains healthy. Now this is a stake that I bought from Daiso and I find that their stakes to be the cheapest and they are about 7 feet long. I bought it like 3 years ago and I paid just $1.50 for it. I also add a tomato cage with it just because I have it. Half of it I will plant without the cages and it should be perfectly fine as long as you always tie up the stems onto the stakes. I use multiple stakes if I need to. So as the plant grows, I keep tying up the stems onto the stakes, and also I remove the bottom leaves and any extra growth that I see from the bottom part of the plant. After planting, always make sure you water thoroughly, and this is how the plants look after all the planting. And you can see that there's more than 2 feet to 2.5 feet sometimes gap between the plants, and I maintain that distance just so that I can get good air circulation between the plants, and also there is enough room for the plants to grow. This is how the plant looks the very next day. Now this is how the plants look after a couple of days, and they look so much healthier, and they have a lot more growth that's happening. These plants grow vigorously once the root system has been established well. The second bed has also been planted with the tomato saplings. Now these are the San Marzano, the early Cascade tomatoes, and also the Porter tomatoes. So all of them are in this bed. You can see that as the new growth comes in, if there is anything growing at the bottom, I just pinch it out very carefully without damaging the stem. And I don't prune my plants from the top. I just let it grow the way it is. I just remove the bottom leaves. After about 15 days, this is how the plants look. Now this is a different section of my garden where I have the tomatillo plants, the purple tomatillos, and there are 4 plants. Hopefully they will cross pollinate and we will be able to get some tomatillos. These are the bell peppers, the yellow variety, and this is the blackberry, and you can see the flowers that are coming in. Thank you for the friend who gave me this blackberry plant. It is really doing good. It is a small plant, but last year the blackberries were extremely sweet. Now these are the 3 moringa plants that I have, and I have pruned them, and 2 of them I've repotted into new pots this year. You can see that there are new branches that are coming out from the nodes, and this is exactly what we want. Now these plants have a very well established root system, so they are very healthy. This is the section of my garden where I have the eggplants. I have the early long purple variety. I have the Black Beauty and also the Little Prince eggplants. All of them in pots this year. And you can see the curry leaves also. If you love these kind of videos, please like and subscribe to our videos. Thank you.